Let's talk about performance and how it's affected by either setting a goal or just doing your best. Now, this can apply to your performance or if you manage a team of other people, their performance. It seems to be popular these days. I don't know, maybe it's always been popular, that people question why they need goals when they're already doing everything they can to perform at their best. Especially where you have skilled and dedicated team members, each who are giving their best effort, the question is, wouldn't it be better to merely let them do their best? The reasoning goes, without the stress and pressure of a difficult goal, they might perform better. And there's the added argument that we really can't control outcomes, just our process and effort. So do we really need to set goals? Yes, you need goals. That is, if you want the best performance out of yourself or your team. The research on this point is not only exhaustive, its conclusions are consistent. When asked to do their best, people don't. Now, I'm not suggesting people consciously hold back and don't do their best when they're asked to. But studies on goal effect show that people perform their best when they have clear and challenging goals and are provided feedback as to how they're doing along the way. So let's dig in a little deeper. Someone might ask, isn't asking somebody to do their best, isn't that already a goal? And it is. The goal is to do their best. The problem is that a do your best goal is neither clear nor challenging. Here's why. Researchers have found that when goals are vague, it's easy for the person to convince themselves that any level of performance satisfies the goal. It's hard to argue when somebody tells you that their performance is the best they can do, especially if they believe it. This is why challenging goals outperform do your best goals by a lot. In fact, so long as the goal is realistic, meaning it doesn't exceed the limit of the person's capability, goal difficulty and performance have a linear relationship. That is, the more difficult the goal, the higher the performance. Now, of course, impossible goals are demoralizing and cause people to give up. So don't do that. Be careful to set goals that are challenging, but also just this side of being realistic. There's another exception to this principle worth noting. When goals are too easy, performance generally will be lower than had the person been asked to do their best. This is because once the person reaches the goal, they often give up on the task. So if you're not going to set a challenging goal, then yes, you are better off just doing your best. Now, researchers have not only determined that clear and challenging goals affect better performance, but they've also developed a framework for why this is true, called goal mechanisms. You see, when we set goals, a series of mechanisms kick in that influence our performance. Specifically, there are 4. First, goals act to increase effort towards goal-relevant tasks. We try harder when we have a compelling goal that we're committed to. Second, goals increase our persistence when faced with obstacles. Challenging goals, by definition, will have obstacles. Goals motivate us to push past those obstacles. Third, goals direct attention towards tasks that are goal relevant and away from irrelevant tasks. You have unlimited distractions in a day that pull you in every direction. Goals help you focus your attention on those tasks that will get you to your target. And finally, setting goals stimulates us to draw on our knowledge and experience to develop strategies for reaching the target. Whether you're aware of it or not, once you commit to a goal, your mind begins to look for ways to accomplish it. So those are the 4 goal mechanisms: effort, persistence, direction, and strategy. And this is why do your best goals underperform clear and challenging goals. Because in a do your best scenario, those goal mechanisms are either weak or non-existent. So the next time you're thinking about doing your best, don't. Instead, set a clear and challenging goal that's realistic to reach.